So I built a Big Stupid SLS inspired rocket, and I have no idea. Those aren't strutted. That's not supposed to happen. But it is fun to watch nonetheless, and it did get off the pad nonetheless, so I'm gonna go ahead and say we're going to orbit anyhow, even though that's probably going to destroy the first stage, and we're gonna have to trigger the abort system instead, because yes, this actually has an abort system. This abort system is also untested, and also possibly prone to horrible things. I'm also launching at a high latitude, so latitude, longitude, whatever. And why is the nav ball hiding when I go to the map? I thought I turned that off. Oh well. In any case, yes, Kerbal Systram, we're going to space with a useless craft that only contains a couple of ore tanks. You can't really see it because the fairing is right around it. I also just realized I haven't changed the fairing settings from default, so it's going to spit debris everywhere and it's going to be in 3 chunks. But that should be perfectly fine. I see no problems happening with that whatsoever. I should probably start heading north a bit, but I'm also thinking that this rocket's going to die anyhow, so I'm not terribly worried about that. Looks like it doesn't really enjoy being told to go in a direction other than where it started, because it's really not enjoying this idea. I'm going to wait for those solid rocket boosters to disengage any moment now. Alright. Oh! Okay, clean separation. That's good. We can finish going to space today. We're actually going up pretty high already, so I'll go ahead and switch this over to orbital view. As you can see, our orbit is going to be... Oh my goodness, the interior is coming out of the fairing. I thought they fixed that issue. Oh, no. It's okay. Whoa. The oscillations are insane. You know what? I don't think SAS is going to really help us too much right now, at least at this stage of the flight. Maybe... No, it just seems to be increasing the amount of wobble more than manually piloting does. So, yeah, we're not gonna worry about that right now. We do have an apoapsis in space already, which is pretty neat. Normally it takes a little bit more effort to get that far, but this vehicle is vastly over-designed. In fact, the 50-ton payload that I designed for it was just a example test, so to speak. And actually, our next stage's thrust-to-weight ratio, though, is probably not very good. So it occurs to me I should probably actually tell this thing to go a bit higher in altitude, because, let's see, yes, 3... Oh, never mind. Apparently the thrust-to-weight ratio is going to be just fine for the next stage. I'm a little uncertain of that, actually, but I'll go ahead and trust the controls for now, and we'll be staging in, wow, still another 48 seconds of burn time on this first stage. I'm amazed. We've been burning for over 3 minutes already, and it's still not done. I don't know if you noticed, but the SRBs, they did have parachutes on them. They may or may not have, they may or may not survive. I do have FMRS, so I can test their survival. I completely forgot that I didn't have SAS engaged, so I wasn't paying attention to the fact that the rocket was steadily losing trajectory there a bit. We are in space now, which is pretty cool. Our periapsis is coming up. This was only meant to deliver something to lower Kerbin orbit, and considering we're not even done with the first stage, and we probably could have achieved orbit if it was flown better, flown on a better trajectory. But yeah. Oh wow, the thrust-to-weight ratio is getting quite high too. Yeah, that's what happens when you have an extremely large first stage. And yeah, we've dumped that now. We are pitching slightly on our own here. I believe the top of this thing is slightly not weighted properly for this. It does look like we can go ahead and get rid of our fairing. Woo! That was not what I expected. So I'll go ahead and ditch that. And I believe... Oh, I somehow do not have the front... Wait a second. Oh! Somehow that didn't get... Get out of the way! Alright, good. And we're almost in orbit. In fact, our apoapsis is quite high at this point. We really don't need this stage almost at all. Also, our thrust-to-weight ratio is not at all what I was looking at the stages wrong or something, because that's not at all what I expected. In any case, since we are since we are doing so well, no, you know what? Since we are doing so well right now, I'm going to go ahead and tell you to aim at prograde, and I'm going to go ahead and max throttle. And I'm going to get us till one side of the orbit is probably, actually it's probably going to leave the atmosphere anytime soon here, but I'm going to get our apoapsis up into, as soon as it's telling us we're going to go interplanetary, basically. And then once it tells us we're going interplanetary, I'm going to disengage the engines, decouple, throttle down a little bit. I guess that means I'll be chucking the second stage into interstellar space, which is fine by me. And you can see my test rocket is just ore canisters full, because those are, if I remember correctly, they're about 15 tons each when full. And a little Wolfhound, a little bit of fuel for the Wolfhound, and a little bit of return junk. And I got a bunch of junk strapped in this little service module in the front, but we don't really need any of that. I just did it for fun, because why not? I mean, it's a test payload anyhow, might as well have fun with it. I do very much enjoy... Wow. That's the... Oh, that's the previous stage and the jettison tower that are still... Oh, I love this game. I love this game, how you can just accidentally build something crazy like this. We're not even out to Minmus's orbit yet, although it is starting to go faster now. Why is the nav ball down again? Didn't I fix that already in this flight? And there we go, interplanetary. This stage still has plenty of fuel on it, but like I said... Screw you, stage, you're going to space without us. And we do have a little bit of thrust available. There we go. And you can see we are now using a Wolfhound. I'm actually going to aim us normal. And I'm going to go ahead and engage the rocket while I'm doing this. So we are moving away from the path of what we just ditched. And now I'm turning us retrograde, because I'm actually going to keep us from going into interstellar space, hopefully. Let's go ahead and get that nav ball back open. I don't know why it keeps collapsing, but we're going to get ourselves just short of interplanetary. All right, there we go. Which means, wow, yeah, the difference in velocity is very, very little. That's crazy. But that thing's just going to keep on going, and we are not. This also has monoprop on it, but I mean, honestly, more monoprop than it would ever need, but I just decided why not make it a little bit more appropriate. Oh yes, and it's warning me about things I have landed running out. Yes, I know they're running out. Yes, I know they're running out. Don't worry about it. It's because I have a life support mod installed, and I didn't turn it off for the sandbox save, which I probably should have, but, you know. And now food's running out, and it's going to complain about water, and it's going to keep cutting me out of time warp, which is annoying, and I don't know how to disable this, to be honest, so yeah. Actually, I'm going to say, whoa, warp here. Oops, yes. Can I? Oh, cool, that ignores the, yes! I love that. All right, now let's get our periapsis. Why is the nav ball down again? All right, we're still not at the periapsis. Oh, cool. Everyone's dying of dehydration, even though they're on the planet. In fact, everyone on board this ship just died, too. We're going to see how well the craft survives re-entry on its own. Oh, damn it! I went through the damn... Oh, the periapsis is in space anyhow. I forgot. Well, that was dumb of me. Also, why is everyone dying a second time? I already killed everyone. Aha! Since we are here right now, I will go ahead and add some struts to these big-ass SRBs. And it looks like the jettison of the escape tower needs to happen the same time as separation of the fairing, but that's okay. Of course, I do need to hire more crew since I killed everyone except this fuck it, just a pilot. Alright, time for night launch, and it looks like we will have the bug of that 1.6 kilometer away Kerning 747 with engines still on board. I don't think I've made a video of that vessel yet. Maybe I have. Anyhow, we're going to be hearing it the whole time, unfortunately. Looks like there is still some flex in the solid rocket boosters on liftoff. However, the struts at the bottom are holding them together quite well, holding them in place quite well, I should say. Yeah, those parachutes. Yeah, you can't eject them now, but let's see. Our apoapsis was already at 46,000 kilometers, so those SRBs are going to go up for quite a ways before they head back down. I just have various bits of debris from various from various tests laying around, as I design stupid planes, primarily. I know I designed a submarine once. The rest of it has been planes of various forms. This is the first rocket I've gone back to in, well, when's the last time I posted a video of a rocket? I don't know. Oh, hey look! The plane finally turned off and it only took us 100 kilometers. Get ready for separation in 3, 2, 1. And I'm going to go ahead and engage SAS and point us back at prograde at this point. And we're all the way in space, so I highly doubt we need the escape tower or the fairings. I did not expect the escape tower to spin quite like that. That was pretty cool. And our orbit, of course, is, well, it's not an orbit at all, it's just a little jump. But, oh, what planet was that? I saw it, oh, it's one of the asteroids that popped up right there momentarily. I mean, we could go rendezvous with an asteroid right now. Probably not a great idea, but we could do it. We definitely have the fuel for it, even with how wasteful I'm being of said fuel. I don't think I will, though. I think right now my primary objective is just to basically do the same thing I did before with going into almost interstellar space, but then not. Although because I'm doing it on such a more ridiculous trajectory at this point, it should take a lot more fuel to get to that point. Alright, and our orbital trajectory now has us hurtling towards interstellar space. So I'm going to go ahead and do something rather stupid. I'm going to throttle up to 1/3. Stage. Throttle up a bit more because that stage has more. There we go. And now throw us back to retrograde, and that can... Oh, that is fun! Just rocket burning. You know what? I kind of want to just... Let's see, how quickly can I... Okay, we're now for sure on a suborbital trajectory. I want to switch to that. I want to switch to it. Nope, not that. This. I kind of want to follow this. Although I believe it's still going to end up interplanetary. The route it's tracing may end up knocking it back. We'll see. If it manages to go less than interstellar during this loop, then it might not make it to interstellar space. But, oh, nope, it's coming back. Now it's going to start cycling again, though. I mean, if I was intending to do fancy camera work, I suppose I'd be happy with this, but I'm not. Alright, there we go. And the camera finally decided to stop wigging out, and we will continue into interstellar space, as intended. Now, let's get back to the mission at hand. Yes, I cannot increase throttle with the nav ball down, which it keeps doing for some reason. Alright, let's try... just adjusting this ever so slightly. And there we go. We are not going to space. And at least we're not going to space at this point. It looks like it's saying that we will go into space again? I'm very confused by this. Oh, it's because we still have that other thing targeted, and so it's giving us intersects right near the edge of space, and then a second intersect if we went interstellar with it, which we're not doing. I do want our periapsis to be potentially survivable, so I am going to increase our orbital speed out here from 7 to, what, 10? I don't know, we'll see. Oh, 10 is too little. Oh, I have gone too far. That's okay, though. That's pretty easy to fix. I'd like to not hit the moon, please. Let's get ourselves... Where's the ground? Actually, let's go ahead and get ourselves aimed into a retrograde position, because we're gonna need it. How much will it affect my periapsis if I go ahead and jettison this stage now? Oh, it made it slightly lower. Well, that's gonna be fun. Bye-bye! Alright, and atmospheric interface should be coming up momentarily. The game does not seem happy with this idea. Alright, heat shield, do your thing. It's already doing its thing, and we haven't even started descending, really. Wow. Already using a blader. Oh wow, getting fire at this altitude? Normally I just, you know, I'm used to coming in from low curb and orbit, so I'm not used to coming in at such speeds and altitudes as to have fire at 50,000. Usually I have to get a little lower for the fire to start. Also, you'd see my other stage is indeed burning up, as intended. Which really adds some excitement to the whole re-entry thing, right? Watching your previous stage blow up in the distance. I probably should have disconnected it just before atmospheric interface instead, so I could watch it blow up much closer. I think it's gone now. Yeah, it's gone now. We've only used about 100 of our ablator. Still going quite fast, and going quite a bit lower, but I think we will survive. I mean, obviously that's the intent, but I'm not gonna lie, a part of me hoped it would be a bit closer to death for Agafrigid, however you say that. Agafrid? Agafrid. Yes. Yes. And I guess I can show you what was in the service bale this time, once we're a bit safer. I'm going to jettison the heat shield at some point. And I mean, yeah, we're pretty much out of the danger zone when it comes to heating. So, oh yeah, it's going to be stuck to us because of, is this the drogue chute? Probably is. Let's go ahead and deploy that. Well, I was hoping that on its own would be enough to, actually, let's just turn the SAS off entirely. Wiggle. Wiggle! Get off! Oh god, what did I blow up? A decoupler collided into the heat. Okay. Wait. Huh? How did it... Oh, the top! On the top! Okay. Well, I'm glad that could have gone worse. I like how the heat shield has significantly more drag than it does once it's gone. I don't know, I just think that's kind of funny. In any case, if I open this up... Oh, I forgot that they changed the open animation like that. It's so cool. Yeah, so I have like a surface scanning module, a mystery goo, a couple other science things, everything except the barometer, on, or the gravioli detector on that side, and then the gravioli detector is on the other side. A communicatron is in there as well, and an SAS module and a radioisotope thermoelectric generator, because I was like, well, this way we cannot run out of electricity to power the whatchamacallit, reaction wheels. I mean, technically you can, because you would just sit here spinning, but more realistically you can't. Oh, fine. Fine, drogue chute, deploy this early. See if I care. And we are landing on the ocean, so there's no need for me to deploy the parachutes until... Actually, I don't know how long they take to open, but I'm going to deploy them at 200. Although we are going nearly 200 meters per second, so maybe I should deploy them a little higher than that. Oh, of course, I was looking at orbital speed, not our actual airspeed, so yeah. And there you go. Safe recovery of the crew and the service module after a very stupid trip for no reason.